This could be the main reason why you're slicing, the main reason why you can't square out the club face and not generating power. And I bet you've never watched a YouTube video like this before. How grip size, yes, how grip size affects your ability to create speed and control the face. Now this is something Mo Norman banged on about. So we're gonna break it down. If they're too thick, they're too thin, and what is just right? Let's get into this video. Today we're answering this question from Denard, all about what size grips do I have? So I thought this is a great opportunity to bring you this tip here on YouTube. Now, if you're a brand new viewer to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell because we answer a question from you every single time we put up a video. It's simple, it's easy. As long as you're a subscriber, put them down below in the comments and I'm here to help you play your best golf. I was that excited to bring you this video, I didn't have time to actually get the jumbo golf grips. This is on one of my old putters actually, but it still serves the same purpose. It's a round grip, and if you use jumbo extra large grips, this is the size they would be on your irons. Now, where we want to grip the golf club is in the fingers there. We want a finger grip where the squishy part of our hand sits on top, right? That's simply where we want to hold the grip. Now, that is a perfectly good grip, right? Look at it from the player cam perspective, that's a perfectly good grip, but just obviously too thin because it's on the shaft. Now, if I keep my hands in exactly the same position and I slide this through here now, look how this now, because it's too big for my hands, and this is all relative to the size of your hands, it now sits in the palm, okay? Big grips tend to sit in the palm. Now, when you've got it in the palm, this will affect it for a couple of reasons. You'll find it very, very hard to set this club on the way back. Look at that there. I can feel as though my forearms are working so much. I mean, the ideal set would be somewhere around there. I'm really struggling to get much further than that and really overworking my forearms. Other aspects that you see when you're coming into the ball, it's very, very hard to square in the face because of your forearm position in relation to the club face. Really, really hard. I mean, we see the likes of Bryson use this style of grip. So nice and simple, right? If we come this way a little bit here, I'll bring this to life with a driver head. You use too thick grips, you don't set the club so it impacts your speed. You also struggle to square the face. So guess what that's gonna work to? Big, high slices. Okay, let's move on to too thin. This is too thin. Now look at this driver. This is where I experimented really making a 7-iron length driver. So I've naturally got a really thin grip on this. Now, when you've got a too thin grip, we'll tend to really grip this club extra tight, okay? You're gonna get tension up here and tension in the arms, and that translates into the body. Now, having a really thin grip, we just simply can't keep control. It feels too thin for our hands, so the club tends to move around a lot. And when it tends to move around a lot, we tend to get a little bit overactive with these hands. And this can cause that shot to go way off to the left. So too thick, you tend to see shots go off to the right. Too thin, we sort of work the muscles too hard and really get a bit overactive with these hands, okay? We lose control because it moves around. So how do you know exactly how to get the correct grip thickness to you? Because it's different for me, it's different for you, it's different for all your golf mates, but this is how. So for reference, I use Lamkin Crossline grips, and these are standard 360. You have loads of different options now. You have multi-compound, you've got the grips which are the Align grips, you've got the grips that are the same thickness all the way down, you've got spongy grips. That's what I'd really recommend if you're someone who has arthritis. It's going to soften that blow, which is also a good thing. But how do you know what is the correct grip thickness, right? So nice and simple, when you put your top hand on the golf club, your longest finger should just be touching, okay? It shouldn't be pressing in, okay, like that, that'll be too thin. And there shouldn't be a massive gap there, that'll be too thick, and as we've discussed, gets the club more into the palm. We want it just like that. If you're looking for a finger grip with a padded bit on top, that is exactly what we're looking for. So you know what, go and grab your golf club right now, give it a test, and just make it right. You could be spraying it all over the place with your irons and with your driver, just simply because you can't hold it correctly because your grips aren't correct. So instead of buying new irons, get some new grips. It's a cheaper alternative, a far cheaper alternative. And that's going to increase your likelihood of finding the fairway more often, increase your likelihood of hitting it longer, because now look, I can set that golf club like this L shape. Whereas before in the palm, I couldn't do it. So that is seriously going to help. Well, I'll tell you for what, I do not want that back. Wow,